And I'm back, y'all. Alright, so I know I'm a little bit late on this, but this is going to be my video breaking down the Kristaps Porzingis trade. I decided to take an extra few days just to kind of analyze it all. Everything was kind of all coming at once at Thursday, so I decided to make this video a little bit later because obviously we have a little bit more news now about the entire trade itself for the Knicks and other teams involved. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and let's get into this. So I'm gonna start with the Dallas Mavericks side because I think this is the more defined side of the trade. For the Dallas Mavericks, I think this is fantastic for them. I mean, Luka and Kristaps Porzingis for hopefully the next 15 years. The Mavericks are planning for once the Golden State Warriors fall, they're gonna be right there, taking over the Western Conference. And with those two franchise cornerstones, that's perfect. I love it already. Rick Carlisle hopefully stays around and helps implement his defensive schemes. But this is perfect for the Dallas Mavericks. I love what they did in this trade. Unfortunately, Dennis Smith Jr. had to go. I thought DSJ and Luka could actually work in the backcourt, but apparently they did not think that. But Luka and Porzingis together and surround them with shooters and inside presence. So I think they need to get one more big man that can play good interior defense. Once you get that, I think they're set for the future. I love what the Dallas Mavericks did. Now moving on to the Knicks, though, this is where I kind of want to get into most of. I think with the Knicks, this is what I've been kind of looking into. The Knicks right now, I think this trade isn't complete for the Knicks until after the 2019 offseason. And here's what I mean by this. So we all know that the reason why this trade happens because Kristaps Porzingis wanted to get out of New York, or he told the New York front office, "Hey, I don't really know where the franchise is going. I don't really feel comfortable here. I'm not really sure what my role is going to be." And now, meanwhile, he's not even playing, but clearly he was not happy with the management in New York. So the Knicks are like, "Okay, all right, we understand." And I'm not sure if he requested a trade or not. I'm still trying to figure that out. I think he kind of did, and the Knicks were already in talks with the Dallas Mavericks already in other trade talks. So basically, they just kind of called the Mavericks like, "Hey, we're trying to trade Porzingis." They figured it out. Boom, done in 30 minutes after Porzingis released the news that Porzingis won out of New York was released. 30 minutes later, he was traded. Here's my thing, though. So the Knicks were probably thinking right now, and I know a lot of people have been kind of thinking this through, but right now what this did is that the Knicks were probably thinking that trading Porzingis and the other players that were in that deal, you cleared up about $74.6 million in cap space for this upcoming offseason. Now, in the Knicks case here, if they don't get two star free agents, and I mean superstar, like a Kevin Durant, a Kyrie Irving, I think this trade, in my opinion, is a blown thing for the Knicks. I think the Knicks messed up completely, and I think this was a horrible trade for the Knicks. Because you have to remember, Porzingis, while he was going to be a free agent, he was only going to be a restricted free agent. So you at least have Porzingis for another year because he said he's just going to sign the qualifying offer, and then after that 1 year of qualifying offer, he would then become a unrestricted free agent. Then he could just leave. But you had one more year of Porzingis at least to try to convince him to stay in New York. Now, if doing this trade, if you do get a Kevin Durant or a Kyrie Irving, I think you, in a sense, both teams win the trade. But then that means, though, that you have to sign those guys. If the Knicks strike out this offseason, which I think there's a legitimate chance they could strike out, the Knicks, Steve Mills, man, you just ruined your franchise for the next 10 years. There's no reason for any star free agent to come to New York, really, besides the fact that it's New York. But they just saw with management and from Porzingis that it's not very well run. The organization's a complete mess. James Dolan's a horrible owner. Steve Mills, I like him, but I don't know about this trade. Like, you just traded your future. You just traded the only hope you have, in a sense. So What I think about this trade is for the Knicks is that this trade isn't 100% complete for the Knicks until after the 2019 offseason. If they get Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, this trade was a fantastic move. But if they can't get one of those guys, or if they can't get like both guys really, or just 2-star free agents, then this was a complete waste of Porzingis' value. This is horrible. Now the Knicks are going to be ruined for the next 15 years, 10 years, 15 years. Now here's the other thing though. So we know about the other free agents out there, and we can kind of assume that the Knicks are going to throw around money in this offseason. But if you think of this, if the Knicks go sign, let's say Kemba Walker, who I think they have a decent chance, but I think Kemba's staying in Charlotte. But let's say Kemba decides to go to New York, and then they also get Klay Thompson, for example. And I mean, this is just hypothetical. Those two guys, while I think Kemba's a franchise player, I don't want him to be my main guy on a championship level team. And Klay Thompson is really not even a second option. Really, he's almost like a third option, especially like on a Warriors team. But if you throw Klay Thompson at any contending team, he'd probably be mostly the third option, but a very good third option. Thing is, though, he's not a franchise guy like a Kevin Durant, like a Kyrie Irving. And so if you sign two all-stars, not superstars, to those max deals that you can do, I think you also ruin your franchise for the next 10 years. I mean, yes, you got two all-stars, but they're not superstars. They're not franchise cornerstones. And this is going to deplete your money for the next 5 years, and you're going to get to, at best, right now in the East, you're probably going to get to, at best, the 6th seed. I mean, you already know how the Eastern Conference is, that you already have the 4 powerhouses, and then you had Indiana, who I think is just going to keep getting better and better. And then you can just kind of slide into that 6th seed area. And that's nothing, though. That's not getting a championship. And so then you're stuck in basically purgatory because you're not getting to the championship level, but you're also not bad enough to get a good pick. So the Knicks have to have full confidence right now that they can get Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving this offseason, or at least players of that caliber. And I don't know if they could do trades. Maybe we'll see. But they have to have full confidence that they can get those types of guys. I seriously think that this was a high risk, high reward move by the Knicks. I hope it works out for them, but my goodness, this is a very, very, very risky move that you could either save your franchise this offseason, or you can completely ruin your franchise for the next 10 seasons. So, all I can do is hope for the best for the Knicks. I'm really concerned because I don't think they're getting really anybody this offseason. But it is New York, so we'll see. But we all know, like, bad management. If you look, for example, the Bulls right now, no one really wanted to go to the Bulls because the fact that they have bad management. They don't take care of their players very well. They don't run the organization well. And that's going to push away these star players from coming to New York. So that's my thoughts on the Porzingis trade. I know I'm a little bit late, but I kind of want to take my time analyzing it all. So Dallas, I think they're set. If they can just keep both Luka and Porzingis for the next 15 years, they're going to be a powerhouse in the Western Conference once the Warriors fall. And who knows when the Warriors are going to fall, but they will fall eventually. And the Dallas Mavericks are going to be right there to be a competitive team in the Western Conference once the Warriors fall. But for the Knicks, you just traded away your franchise's future by trading Porzingis. And I understand the move. I understand the idea, but it's very high risk, high reward type of move that the risk can make your franchise be horrible for the next 10 years, but you could also potentially get 2-star free agents. So they better be doing a good job this offseason talking to everybody that's a superstar to come to New York. So, hope you guys enjoyed my analysis on the Kristaps Porzingis trade. Like I said before, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel for more NBA content. Also, follow me on Twitter at Duncan_White14 for more analysis. And I will say that I thought the Knicks are stupid on my Twitter, but they could be smart come this offseason, but I also say that they could actually be really stupid right now. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. And I'll hopefully be posting more videos soon, especially about this whole Anthony Davis fiasco. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is Duncan White, signing off for now.